Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today I'm here to talk about this really interesting phone called the AGM M7. So this guy right here, made by a company by the name of AGM, and it's a traditional phone. This is not your typical smartphone. It's got the normal numbers key on here where it's not got a big screen like a smartphone, but it has some smart features. And one of the most surprising ones is that it has TikTok on it. It has Facebook, it has WhatsApp on here, so you can communicate with a whole slew of people. It's got 4G internet on it. I mean, 4G LTE. It doesn't have 5G, but it's also got, of course, it's got a built-in flashlight. You can hold down this button over here. You can program it, but for a flashlight, and you can use it for your push-to-talk transmissions. You can use it for a regular phone, and then it's got this dedicated speaker on the back, so you can enjoy your tunes and all that good stuff. It's got a 2,500 milliamp battery. With this interface and this phone, it'll basically last you like forever. I mean, not really, you do got to charge it, but it's got USB-C charging. It's really interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil all of it. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this, but before we get into this phone, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Let's take a look at the AGM M7 and also the unboxing. I already recorded that, so you're going to see that in a second, but I wanted you to see the phone because it's pretty neat. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, here we are with the AGM M7. So it's a very unique device. It's got a lot of great things going for it, especially for the $99 price point. IP68, IP69K, mil standard drop protection. It has 4G LTE dual SIM, which is great. It's got 1 GB of onboard memory, but you can use the 8 GB of internal storage and also toss in an SD card, which is supported, so you're good to go there. Dual SIM, which is nice. LED flashlight on top, 2,500 milliamp battery, which that's pretty darn good for a phone that's got a 2.4 inch 240 by 320 resolution screen on it. The battery should last you quite a while. It's actually a touchscreen. It's running Android. It's got Android 8.1 on it. It's very limited though. It's closed in. You can't add additional apps. There's no Play Store, none of that crazy business, but it's got a lot of apps already built into it, most notably Facebook, WhatsApp, Zello for push-to-talk communications, and TikTok, which is just crazy that they've got that in this phone, and it works. MediaTek 6739 processor, front and rear camera. They're not the greatest in the world, and you're not going to win any National Geographic photo contests with it, but if you actually have to take a picture in a pinch, it'll do it for you, either on the front or the back. It's got the speaker on the back, which is pretty neat. Pretty decent sound out of it, relatively, for a phone like this. And then it's all sealed up for like waterproofness. There's a cover on the bottom for the USB-C connector, and there we go. Yeah, the speaker on the back is really kind of unique. So it's easy. You place the phone down, face down, the speaker faces up and out, so you get some nice volume, so you can listen to your tunes and whatever else on there. And it's got the battery, which is actually removable. So I mean, if you wanted to buy another one, if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you're going to be traveling, you're going to be hiking, and this is a really great companion phone. Like, if you're worried about taking your phone out in the wilderness, if you're worried about having like an iPhone, and see there's the slots on the back there for the SIM cards and the SD card, all that good stuff. But if you're like out in the middle of nowhere, you're hiking, you're traveling, you're mountain climbing, you want something that's rugged, you want something dependable, you don't want to have to worry about your battery dying, smashing your screen. This is great for that stuff. If you're hunting, fishing, you can throw your SIM card in it and you're good to go. And it's very protected. It's protected against the elements, against the heat, against the cold, against dropping it. And if you've got an LTE connection out there, when you're taking a break, fire up the campfire and watch some TikTok videos before you go to bed. It really is kind of an ingenious thing that they've done here, I think. And it's a very rugged phone. You've got the push-to-talk button over there, and you've got the flashlight on the top. So that push-to-talk button on the side we looked at, that's programmable. You can use that. You can set it up to where it opens the camera, where it does push-to-talk. And here's the stuff on the inside. You've got the USB-A to USB-C cable. You've actually got a 3.5 adapter here with the USB-C. You plug that in. You can plug your headphones in and listen to those. Of course, it doesn't come with any, but if you want to listen to your music that way, you can certainly go ahead and do that, or whatever you're watching. And you've got a power brick in there too, but it's really kind of unique. I did not expect anything like this. Whenever they reached out, AGM, they're like, hey, you want to take a look at this for us? I'm like, sure, this is really intriguing. And then I got it and I fired it up, and I'm just like, wow, this is something that's really cool. And I think people will be interested in this because not everybody wants a smartphone, but sometimes they want smart features. So this kind of gives you the best of both worlds. And yeah, I think it's really interesting. And now that we've covered the unboxing stuff, let's go take a more deep dive and look at the phone and check out some of the features. All right, so I've had the opportunity to use this and play with the phone for a couple of days. It's even got cameras on it. It's got a front-facing camera and it's got a selfie camera. They're both terrible picture quality. I mean, this is not something that you're gonna be like wanting to take selfies and like upload them onto your computer and like share them with the rest of the world. But if you need to take a picture of something in a pinch that you might recognize later because it's so pixelated, it'll probably show up better on a computer because you've got this tiny little 320 by 240 resolution LCD screen. So it's got a 2.4 inch LCD screen on here. It's running Android 8.1, believe it or not. Now that doesn't mean you can go in and do anything else. You can't install any additional apps on here. What you see is what you get, but you got the phone, contacts, WhatsApp, FM radio, Facebook camera, Chrome. You can browse the internet. I did it. You can go to calendar, settings, gallery, file manager, calculator, music, sound recorder, clock, and then you get Zello, Skype. You can clear out all the apps, and then you also get the user-defined key, which you can customize. Like right here, you can use it for Zello for push to talk. You can set it to start up a flashlight, open the camera. There are a couple different things that you can do, which is pretty neat. Now, to type on it, you have to use the numbers. You probably haven't seen this in a long time, and if you have, then this is like a real blast from the past. So to type on this, you actually have to press the corresponding numbers, and they have letters. And I feel like an ancient dinosaur explaining this because this is not something that we've really experienced in like the last like almost 20 years now. Used to be, back in the day, you would have to type using the number pad. So if you wanted to type like hello, you'd have to find the H on the number 4 button, hit that twice to get H, then go to the E, which is on the number 3 button, press that twice, and then you would have to go to L on the number 5, press that 3 times. We live in a bolder, braver world now where you usually don't have to do this. You can communicate on this though. You can make phone calls. Phone calls are perfectly good, nice and clear. You can do your push to talk stuff with Zello. You can use Facebook. This is a great phone. It's also IP68, mil standard drop protection rated, and IP69K. Basically, it's protected against climate stuff between like, you know, negative degrees to super hot. It also allows you to drop it up to 1.5 meters of water and don't have to worry about it for up to half an hour. And you can drop it from up to 4 feet and it's still going to work. And I mean, of course, there's no case that you're going to put on this. This thing is like a rugged, mil-spec'd out phone, and it's really good for stuff like that. Good for first responders, good for a backup phone, good if you go hiking, good if you're in the military, you're deployed, you're going whatever. This gives you a lot of basic functionality, but at the same time, it gives you some smart stuff. You can connect it to Wi-Fi, and then you can even use the internet on the phone, on your phone plan, and you can use Facebook, you can use WhatsApp, which is really important. A lot of people really like that. You can do your push to talk stuff with Zello. You can go to TikTok. Like, these people were really smart over at AGM when they're like, we're going to design this phone and we're going to put TikTok on there. Everybody loves it, and you can watch it on here. Like, it's very easy. You just swipe over, log into your account. Like mine's already set up, and it's actually a touch screen too. So it's just like the craziest thing that I've ever seen. It completely took me by surprise. As soon as I opened, I was like, what, TikTok? So yeah, this is more like a kind of like a showcase video for this phone. If you're in the market for something like this, then you already know you're in the market for this, and this might be something that's good for you. It's only $100. It's a $99 phone. This was sent out to me by AGM. I'm not being paid for this. I'm not being compensated. It's not sponsored. They're not getting to see this before you are. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll test this out. This will be cool. I get a lot of people that are interested in this stuff. I made a video on like the Alcatel like Go Flip 3, and it's still a very popular video. A lot of people like to watch it because it's a flip phone. A lot of the same features, but it has Google Assistant features in it, like, you know, YouTube and Google Maps and Google Assistant you can use for voice to text. This one right here, it doesn't have that, but you can still type on here. You can do a lot of stuff. And if you don't want a fancy smartphone, if you want something that has some basic level stuff that you can use and keep tabs on things, if you want a battery that's going to last you forever, like it'll last you way over a day, no problem whatsoever. And then you still get some of the smart functionality, but at the end of the day, it's something you can easily set down. It's something you don't have to worry about all day long. It's not something you're going to be constantly checking because, I mean, there's just not a lot of motivation to. There's not a lot of entertainment stuff on here. But hey, if you're sitting around, you're working out on the job site, and you're like, hey, I want to watch TikTok for 30 minutes on my next thing. Sure, you can do that. And this phone will let you do it. So that's all I've got on this first look, unboxing, impressions, and kind of showcase of the AGM M7. I think it's really unique. I think it's cool. I'm glad that somebody's still making stuff like this, because there are people out there who need this and want this and don't necessarily want this $1,000 expensive Samsung phone that they're never going to take advantage of anyway. So that's all I've got on this look at the AGM M7. Hopefully you found this entertaining. Hopefully it was enjoyable for you. And if you were looking at it, hopefully I gave you the information you needed so that you could, make a decision on whether you wanted one. Oh, also supports dual SIM, GSM unlocked, and you can also rock an SD card for additional storage because there's not much on here. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comments section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.